hate these interfaces that were clearly made for a console. What is that number?
Is that a...
Huh?
58,269. That's not a frame count, is it?
It couldn't. I mean,
That couldn't. It also doesn't seem like a version number, and so
it's. Yeah, that's weird. Okay.
That's how many people who have been lost to the game.
how many people have been enthralled by Cthulhu?
Pierce Investigations Agency, Boston. Boston, 1924. Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He is now a private detective who has trouble finding a case able to lift him from his torpor. Pierce must find a new case quickly or risk losing his license. Enter madness. What a prompt. If I am mad, it is a mercy. May the gods pity the man who in his callousness can remain sane to the hideous end.
The fact that that was subtitled on there, was that supposed to have voice acting?
I sure as hell didn't hear any.
Oh my.
Oh,
Interesting.
his voice is way quieter than the atmospherics.
Yep.
That might have to be adjusted.
That might be intentional for this
It
scene.
might be.
It's hard to tell. But if we get to a dialogue sequence and it's still quiet, yeah.
Just right into the thick of it.
Oh god, lots of blur. So much blur. Can't do it. Off. Off. Okay, this game may need vertical sync, actually. Like, ever since I switched to a 144 hertz monitor, I've just been turning off vertical sync, because nothing can reach the refresh rate of my monitor for it to cause a problem. Music is so loud compared to everything else.
It's weird how that effect that looks like fog is on your eyes.
Yeah, I was just thinking that, how it's like tied to the same distance.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, it moves with you.
When was this game made?
Recently, like 2017?
Okay.
Yeesh.
That's a little
That
unfortunate.
effect is just so distracting.
Yeah, that's a little Batman Christmas with the Joker, where the snow is tied to the background.
Huh.
Wait, I need a lantern to interact. Okay. Bolt cutter.
It's a key.
I don't think he was using it right.
Fate inescapably draws you on.
Okay.
Next, proceed to the chamber of the Silver Monkey.
There we go. Ew. But
Well, they...
Offering.
whatever you say, Dagon.
It's a lot of fish guts.
Dagon, why are you speaking to us right now?
Why are there... How did they get multiple orcas just to rot him?
Well, he wasn't wrong about calling it putrid.
You have been chosen.
I want to fight, though. Wait, what am I doing? Oh. Am I going to Alan Wake some monsters? Man. Talk about contrast. This is the run speed in this game.
That seems more common.
Behold, pre-rendered video. Oh, they don't have eyes, and they're Nazis.
But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Wait, is the Nazi the good guy in this case? Okay, not a Nazi, just a stylishly dressed constable. Well, now that I've had that nightmare, I think I should go to a creepy fish town.
Nah, I think you should have a drink and take some sleeping pills and go have another.
Oh, shit.
Well, they give you the option.
Oh, god damn it. No. I think this game is trying to out me as an alcoholic.
Jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Pierce. Oh, sweet. I have skills.
Wow.
That must be you on the left. The
One of them is
fancy beard.
eloquence.
Eloquence. I'm an amateur. I'm a professional strength.
Wow, you only have 1 of 5 occultism?
I mean,
The fact that you even have 1 of 5.
I feel having 1 is like more than
Good
usual.
old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
You didn't before that nightmare.
Oh god. But I actually really like when games don't start you at like 0 and everything. Like it's implied that you had a
Natural
history.
sciences, linguistics,
Right.
archaeology.
You were born yesterday.
Stop that.
Level 1 hero's backstory versus level 1 hero. Nah.
I used to be an avid reader. The Lost Battalion. Holding your position and obeying orders. That isn't courage.
I
Cynical much?
I beg to
You
differ.
gonna answer that?
No.
I have business here to attend to. The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases.
Is it gonna be about that muss?
Natural sciences, linguistics,
Gonna
archaeology.
Run out of things to do before
I wonder why I still take these things.
Clearly
Use with-
because you enjoy the night terrors.
I like the scratch through use with caution.
Use.
Simply
Somniferous. Somniferous. That's not a drug name I recognize.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Oh, okay. Now I get
That's a
some.
funny way of doing it.
Yeah. I feel
So
like.
let's see what these do.
Oh, wait. Some of these cost way more than others.
Is because some are higher level already.
Well, no,
and-
occultism costs 4,
Oh.
where spot hidden costs 2.
So how many? You have 2 CP? Okay. Or wait.
I have 8.
You have 8. Okay. Let's see what these do. Investigation reference. Investigating talents. You know me, that's probably what I would max out.
I feel
but,
eloquence is going to be super useful.
What's
Oh,
the
wait.
encryption it gives for occultism?
Oh, represents your knowledge of the Occult sciences. Improving the occult sciences. Okay. Improving this skill increases your chances of determining the use and origin of occult artifacts and expressing your knowledge of the myth.
So it's knowledge arcana plus, I guess, religion.
Well, that seems cheap to increase.
I hate how these are all skills where I'd just be like, but I want all of them.
Yeah.
I know what I'm getting into. I want all.
I need at least like 5 of these.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
I'm coming.
It's always weird to me when there are glitches, like shadow glitches in a pre-rendered
I came here on
cutscene.
the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I
Is this
expected
pre-rendered?
anything but
It
a
absolutely
drunkard's
is.
lair.
You can see compression artifacts at least on my screen.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in the fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting.
Okay, yeah, it's weird that they had a pre-rendered interrupted by non-pre-rendered and then back to pre-rendered again.
Yes.
I don't get how they don't appreciate how jarring that feels.
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture.
Yeah.
That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It
Like
contains
the movie poster for
everything I have
9.
there.
I have not thought about that movie in like
Tell me I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Its strange beauty isn't enough to hide the feeling of dread it carries. A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Darkwater? Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
I heard there's pirates in Darkwater.
Seriously, though, who would name a place Darkwater?
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to
Yeah, that
recover
does seem
her
like
honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct.
See, the
And
writer
the
here
rumors about
owned a
her supposed
thesaurus.
folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right, I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice.
Not that I'm
Darkwater.
complaining.
I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there.
Surprised no mention of Arkham or
Natural
Innsmouth yet.
sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
I feel like they're never going to mention Arkham just because that name is too
Darkwater
known.
is off the coast of Boston. But I've
Something
never heard
else.
of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then. All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to Darkwater.
Hey! I could obtain
Married
things.
woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
Why hadn't you already read that book?
Well, you know.
I used to be an avid reader.
See, you
Oh,
used
that's
to
why.
be an avid reader, but you're not currently an avid reader, so you didn't.
Yeah, that you didn't. You bought the book after you stopped reading books, I guess.
I did that. Oh, hey. You know, one for the road.
Uh-oh.
This surely won't cause problems later.
You better grab those sleeping pills to bring with you for the boat ride.
Oh, I already got him.
That actually did get added to his inventory.
U.S. is voted dry. Wait. Wait, does
So
this...
this would have. Is this during Prohibition?
Prohibition. The reason why women shouldn't vote. Sorry.
Yeah, you just a nice resounding silence for that one.
That was one of those please laugh moments. Otherwise, this is just really horrible to say.
Right.
You nailed it, Robbie.
Thank you.
As long as you're aware.
Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. As the only clue, she left her father a disturbing painting. On the shipping label, an address. A warehouse set on the docks of the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be the starting point for Pierce's investigation. I really
That
thought
loading
these...
screen was just long enough for you to finish that.
Convenient. I really thought that the notes on loading screens would be in first person.
Yeah, that would have made more sense.
It is still kind of funny to me that game developers still haven't gotten the hand on compression. Like, it's still substantially lower than the quality of the non-pre-rendered stuff. You would think they would, like, render their cutscenes in 4K to be future-proof. guess it's a lot of space, but this game is only like 17 gigs, so it would have fit on a disc anyway.
Cyanide and happiness.
Cyanide. The best sleeping pill. Most effective, anyway. Wait, is that
We're almost there.
the wedding ring finger? I have, like, no knowledge of rings.
No.
Okay,
Wedding ring is other hand.
got it. All rights reserved. It weirds me out that you can
Skilla.
copyright a name that you're just blatantly taking from something else.
Right. You're like, no one's claiming this is theirs right now. So it's mine.
Yes, Call of Cthulhu, named for the Call of Cthulhu game. Registered trademark.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload.
There's guys.
Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know
What the hell?
Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good picture. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
What an awful looking place. Who would move here?
That's why they call it Darkwater, because fuck anyone who wants to live here. Also, sensitivity time.
Please move back. Let the police do their
Still low.
work. Hey, Sullivan. Can't you go any faster?
You've seen how old this thing is. If we force it too much,
Medicine.
The blood is just beginning to
I
coagulate.
can heal this whale.
It died a short time ago. Killer whales have few predators. And there are no sharks in these waters. What creature could possibly have done this?
I saw some shark heads in that dream.
Omen. Oh yeah, he's gonna get us into trouble.
Like how you walked into their investigation, made a very succinct analysis, and then walked away.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
Man, Prohibition times were scary.
I mean, they really were. Prohibition was really bad. Like, almost as bad as the American Drug War. I'm kidding, it was worse than that. But, dude. Oh.
Hey, be careful.
Holy shit.
God damn.
All right. That's a good way to get me on side of the main character.
Ooh la la!
Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
Oh.
All of these seem pretty
Hold to test strength.
Well, I have 3 strength and 3 eloquence, so...
That guy was looking for trouble. So choose your camp if you don't want the same treatment.
Oh.
Hey, buddy, I don't want any trouble.
So serve me a drink.
Just to make things clear, only regulars can run up and tab. Others pay.
I mean, that seems reasonable.
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
I wouldn't say no to a glass.
Try this.
But I feel like I'm playing Dishonored, where you have a knife on screen 90% of the game, but if you kill too many people, you get a bad ending.
I think we'll get along well.
I feel like I'm gonna drink too many glasses of liquor and get a bad ending.
I mean, it's an H.P. Lovecraft story. There's no good ending.
Yes, Adam?
I'm bothered by how often you've already had instances of a dialogue thing that, I mean, like, you know, it's a common problem of you say more than you might expect. There's been a few instances of you don't say it at all.
Yes, I hate those.
like that last one, like it was like only a small glass or whatever was what you clicked on, and it just literally wasn't what he said.
Yeah, that's annoying.
Yeah, I mean that's something that they started with the Mass Effect games, where the reason they did it was because multiple choices led to the exact same line of dialogue, and that was to obscure the fact. And then a bunch of people took the wrong lessons from that, and I really hate it.
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
I miss the days when
What can I
you would
tell
at
you?
least get the first sentence
I'm a nostalgic
that you said.
sort of guy. The name it reminds us of the golden age of dockwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
Way I see it, the truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
I mean, I guess not.
So far, everyone we've run
Her
into
style
is
made her
strangely
famous.
eloquent.
How would you describe it? Tortured?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
I like this guy.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
I've got one.
Anything else?
Like, see, that's the thing. The thing I selected there was just as short as what he actually said. Why not put what he actually says?
Right.
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Oh, Lord.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
Yes, please say more.
Captain Fitzroy.
can order a drink.
A little pick-me-up.
You want a drink?
Are you sure you want to do this again?
There you go.
No.
There are no
Give
good
me a
endings.
drink, bartender.
That's no moonshine.
You can say that again. House recipe.
That'll be all for now.
It's tempting to see how many times before the game will stop me.
Maybe save and then find out.
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker. And a debtor. Interesting.
Ooh. It is a little interesting that everything's propped up with these,
Harpoons?
Harpoons.
Tiny harpoons?
Teeny tiny.
Is that the gun?
They're mounted in the shop.
They're just...
Hell yeah! Let's go wreck some people. Oh, I can't
Nothing better than that to go with drinking.
Oh god, this guy is a major character if ever I saw one.
Nightmares. Can hear things and voices whispering. Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness, until it finds a new reader.
Damn it. The texture isn't high enough resolution for me to judge whether that's actually on the page.
That symbol's carved into his hand.
Yeah, he did. Not a good sign, usually.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last 80 years.
I was hoping he could tell me how Skyla was pronounced. Skyla returns to...
Maybe it's Scylla? Like
I think it's
Scylla.
yeah, it's... I've also heard that pronounced Scylla, but I think either one of those two works.
Let's go with Scylla, it sounds better. We had given up hope. The crew of the Scylla, or what remains of it, returned to Darkwater Port late on Tuesday afternoon. The locals immediately rushed to the docks to welcome the last whaling ship on the island. People were amazed at the sight of the unbelievable catch the brave vessel had on board. Of a size that went beyond that of the formidable toothed whales. The cetacean?
Yep.
The cetacean that is already being called the miraculous catch covered the whole deck, and parts of it were hanging over the side of the ship. The surviving sailors told a frightening account of this perilous catch, and they slowly turned into fish people, but also of its meat, unmatched in its quality and plentiful in nutritious benefits. Do you know that the Galapagos Island turtle was said to be so tasty that they kept bringing it onto ships to be studied at the universities in the United Kingdom, but they kept just eating them, and it took 70 years to get one back there.
Yeah, I heard that. But they just could never not decide to eat them before they got them all the way there.
Like, that's something I would actually like to taste, is endangered species meat. I know that's a little fucked up, but...
I mean, there's that little bit of, well, clearly people were really into this. It must be pretty damn good.
Exactly. 2 pence.
But instead it's going to be like the anchovies episode of Futurama.
Oh god, you're right. It's an acquired taste. You have to eat like 10 Galapagos tortoises to be into it. There is no doubt that the immense size of this whale will allow numerous inhabitants of Darkwater to feed themselves, bringing an end to the famine from which part of the island was suffering. A part of the island. Warehouse for rent. Oh, that's the warehouse we were talking about.
He laughed.
My God.
Member of Asylum staff.
She will do it again, you know.
Hmm.
The girl doctor, Colden. She won't stop asking.
Not that again. She will get us into trouble.
I know.
Here's Bradley. Oh, hello.
What you looking at, stranger?
Mysterious woman.
The clientele is predominantly male.
Tell me something I don't know.
I meant nothing by it. I'm just wondering what a woman like you is doing in this flea trap.
And I'm
That's not what
what's going through the head
said.
of the chump who goes to disturb her. Let me drink, stranger.
You're not drinking, you're
I
smoking.
told you to beat it. I told you to beat it. I told you to beat it.
She don't like you.
Beat it.
Beat it.
My God. You sir.
Now there's Captain Fitzroy.
The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Volume 2. Thank God. I just happened to find it. View character sheet. Oh, I bet drinking affects my sanity.
Oh.
Oh, you have a sanity?
Yeah, there's a sanity mechanic.
And it keeps it really up.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
Then why didn't you think it was Captain Fitzroy? I would have.
I mean, it's even called Captain Fitzroy.
What a macabre souvenir.
Oh. Oh, wait. Does Fitzroy not have a peg leg?
He must not.
I guess we might be stupid. He does not.
This black.
We don't have all those points in observance or whatever.
Well, I mean, the photo was even called photo of Fitzroy.
Broken. This place seems half abandoned.
Oh.
I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman cat.
I wonder how this game will hold up on Can You Pet the Cat? The terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You cannot afford to provoke us. No need to answer this message. Just make your payment to the carrier. Cat.
Well, there is an H.P. Lovecraft story involving cats that does not end well.
How many of his stories end well?
I mean, none that I know of.
Actually, ironically, Call of Cthulhu kinda does.
Oh, really? I haven't gotten to that. I need to finish that anthology I bought years ago.
Yeah, I got an audiobook of all his, of a bunch of his stories, and Call of Cthulhu was one of the first ones, and it ends with him killing Cthulhu by running a ship into it.
Spoilers?
Oh, yeah. I don't think the game is gonna follow the same path, at least. Who's Bradley?
That's no way to treat an Omen. Oh, yeah? He's gonna get us into trouble. You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's something coming. Something real bad.
The same goes for you, sir.
Ah.
Move along.
You got scars.
I'm looking for this address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
Ah. And so who are you?
I didn't introduce myself. Edward Pierce, private detective.
In any case, it's not very important. I can't answer that.
You can't? Or you don't want to?
Oh, no. I'm not getting into those games, me. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't. Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
Well, I'm glad I went out of the way to do that. City of Darkwater Harbor.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Oh, what? Oh, hello. Sneaky bugger, aren't you?
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, The fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Your manifests have been blacked out.
Mm-hmm.
They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
Yes.
I know that Charles Hawkins was descended from a family of ship owners. And
Speaking
the
of
island's
Lovecraftian
fishing industry
horrors,
was hit
imagine
badly.
being crunchitized.
Indeed, we specialized in whaling, but no whalers went out to sea after the miraculous catch of 1847.
So where did the Hawkins family get its money?
Well, from what Charles inherited, I presume. Although, these dates on the manifests could indicate that he had contracts of another kind.
With whom, I wonder? I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Okay.
Understood.
But
you
there
know
are people
who the
blocking
building
way.
belongs to, don't you?
Maybe you need to go find a piece of glass to cut them down.
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely.
I think that somebody here
Well, I think
wanted
we've
me
made
to
enough
search
references
this
that I'm
warehouse.
required to release them in a certain order.
I
Who is
found a
Cat?
threatening letter signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
That's not threatening in any way.
I was looking at your photograph.
This seems invasive.
One of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance. I thought it was you, but with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
Aw.
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is here. You can go and see it if you're interested.
I think we're good.
Poke the leg.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
I examined its wounds. I know of no creature able to cause them.
And I took you for a detective.
Believe me when I say that these wounds are significant.
Come, come. You've only just arrived on Darkwater, and already you think like a sailor.
The police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least.
How? What benefit is there to it?
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all.
No,
It's an episode from our glorious past.
read about it.
Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater
Oh, okay.
Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
Kinda beat you to it.
Yep.
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Sorry.
So I like how, like in this one, like as opposed to like all the versions of Shadow over Innsmouth, where they're all like creepy and like secretly like worshiping the deep ones and all that. And these folks seem like they don't want to deal with any of that.
Yes.
And I find that interesting.
Oh. Wait, medicine and occult can't be improved manually. I wish I had known that before I had when I had the chance to improve
that would
them.
explain why they were colored different.
Yeah. Hey, people are not in the way anymore.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Love that guy.
The guy is genre savvy as hell.